Hi, my name is Tony Hill, and I'm here with an amazing young man. I call him Val, okay? But his real name is not Val. So, out of respect to him, I just want him to introduce himself to you and tell you his entire name because it is a tongue twister, you guys.
Well, my birth name, given by my mother and my father, is Evelio Ledesma. It's actually my dad's name, so I'm a junior. Evelio Ledesma.
Wow, that's a really good, that's a really cool name. So Val, I can call you Val, man. I've been knowing you for quite some time, and I can tell you, man, that I am so excited about what you guys got going, especially your attitude, your personality, your ability to give, your passion, which is to serve others and help others, just get their health back, because we've been given so many untruths or myths to health, and nobody actually want to do the right thing because nobody really cares. And they give you information and they say, "Here, take this. See you next week. Thank you for your money," and you move on. But I've noticed with you and your company, and we're going to talk about that. Your company is actually amazing. And so, what I'd like for you to do is explain. Let's go all the way to the beginning and tell us how did you get involved in the industry of fitness and health?
Well, out here in Vegas, initially I had started with a sales company that kind of took me into that realm of how to kind of associate what I brought from the Midwest, just to catch up a little bit from where I'm from. I'm a Midwest kid. I'm from Ohio, born, raised country, County Road 7-2. So I bought this down home, this community, this culture, this feel of trust, this feel of where people can come to me and feel like I'm actually putting in the work for them, like you mentioned. I'm not just here to kick out some supplements or kick out an advice and send you on your way. Right. What I would prefer is that these people take the advice. What I believe is a good coach will eventually put someone in a position where they don't need a coach anymore.
Yes.
So I bring that kind of flavor from where I grew up. And what I initially had been out doing out here was sales with a construction company. Long story short, the Cliff Note version is I ended up meeting some people that were in the fitness industry.
Right.
This kind of steered me in that direction where what I find was being more purposeful. I think a lot of people get lost in thinking they need to find a purpose. I just thought maybe why don't I just put myself in positions where I can be more purposeful, helping people, servicing people. And that paycheck in itself is way bigger than a dollar sign.
Val, tell us a little bit about your company and actually what its mission is. What does it do? What is it? What is your company?
So BlissFUEL Health and Wellness, essentially what it is, it's a health and wellness center where we provide a consultation. You do is you meet with myself or somebody from a team of my coaches. We do a free consultation. We do a free in-body composition test, which means we test your body fat. We test how much you weigh. We test how much water you have. All these numbers. What we do is we put them together. We develop a program based on how and what people want as far as their goals.
Right.
We use how the person is living, what the person is doing now, and we interject what it is that we believe is going to help them get to that particular goal.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're the head honcho, the president and CEO of
BlissFUEL. That's it.
So hey guys, there you have it. He's the president and CEO, so he knows what he's talking about, right? Val, I want to ask you another question. Is there a basic formula for helping people with BlissFUEL? Is there a basic formula? What do you call a basic foundation?
Well, it's a process that I basically learned from being in the industry is gathering intel, asking questions, listening to people.
Yes.
So I guess the basic formula is just understanding what it is that the person's goal is that you're initially speaking with. Okay. That particular person has a particular goal in mind. Yeah. Finding out what that goal is and how to achieve that goal with a particular strategy. Everyone's goals are different. I know that somebody might want to say, hey, this is the best way to do a weight training. This is the best way to lose fat. But until you find out how a person is actually conducting their life, how their lifestyle is now, then you have a better approach to how you can help them.
Okay, so my apologies for interrupting, but let me ask you this. Okay, there's a lot of people out there, different. They have different needs, health-wise, they're different. They may have health issues or whatever. So when you gather this intel, what is the first few things that to BlissFUEL in your company that's very important to kind of kick it off? Because, you know, when they have these problems, what they're looking at is, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
What makes this different?
Well, that's interesting you say that, because there will be times that when you offer people this advice, or you offer this people sort of direction in which way they're going, they will have this sort of this mentality or mindset that they have tried everything, that they have put everything in play. But I think what most people tend to forget is that there's a sense of accountability, you know, and in that accountability, it's not about just throwing your hands up and saying, you know what, you're right, I'm never going to get there. It's about tweaking certain situations. Sometimes it might not be nutrition. Sometimes it might not be a particular way of supplementing them. It could be a mental approach, and just sitting down and listening to somebody and understanding. You know, sometimes most people sometimes just need somebody to listen to them.
Beautiful.
And when we can gather that information, we can understand psychologically where a person's coming from. This other stuff just falls into place.
Well, can you give me an idea of a normal person, avid 3 times a week workout person, just wants to get healthy? How would you, BlissFUEL's foundation, how would you use BlissFUEL to be able to help this person kind of, I would say, cellularly or molecularly change inside so they can get the results from exercise? What do you say? What formula do you give them?
Well, if it were to be something as far as like a formula, somebody sitting down in front of me, during a consultation, I'll find out exactly what they're eating, how they're eating right now, the particular lifestyle, how they're living it right now, and what it is that I can listen to that I may feel would be something that could be changed, altered, sort of a different approach. Because a lot, like you said earlier, a lot of us, we have misconceptions. We get this bro science approach. And what it is it's not so much wrong advice, it's just not advice that would apply to that particular person. So it's understanding that particular person, that dynamic situation, because even though they'll tell you that they've tried everything, right? Sometimes it's just a matter of cleaning out their cupboards. Because a lot of women, a lot of people, a lot of men sometimes, they'll go on this approach that I can't do this. There's just too much garbage food in my house. There's just too much of this, too much of that.
So you guys go to their homes?
I've been to people's homes. I'll go with people to the grocery store. I'll make that trip. You know.
Oh, wow. So does BlissFUEL have supplements? I did a little research on BlissFUEL, you know, and the thing that really wanted me to talk to you is that you have a program where you take vitamins, and these vitamins literally, they're for each individual, because the blueprint of a human being is different. No one person has the same fingerprint. But your concept is absolutely amazing, because what you do is you actually kind of key in this vitamin scenario to kind of help them get their health back. Can you explain that a little bit?
So I'll talk a little bit about what supplements mean and why I want to talk about that word supplement. So my approach, or BlissFUEL's health and wellness approach, is to get the food proper, to make sure that when people come in, that there's an approach to this outside of supplements. Listen to the word that I'm saying, it's supplement. We're supplementing what people should be getting through food. Now, if I can get someone's food right, according to how they want to live, according to their goals, and according to what their body function is, cellularly, there is things that we can do beyond that. There's DNA testing that we can do. We can find out in a DNA SNP what they might be missing. Now, as BlissFUEL Health and Wellness, we have a program set up so we can find those things out for them and give them a customized supplement program based on exactly what that body needs, when they need it, and how much of it they need.
Now that is absolutely. Is it affordable?
You it's very affordable. Very affordable. Yeah.
Especially at the time right now, you know. Wow, that's really interesting. So you guys, hey, you know that from what I understand is that knowing how to change your body inside aids in the results outside. So you don't start outside first and go inside. You go inside first and then outside. Am I right there?
Right on. Yep.
Another question here for you is, what are you trying to achieve as a president and CEO of BlissFUEL, or what is BlissFUEL's overall goal?
Earlier about where I came from and what I believe in is it's creating culture, it's creating community, it's creating this circle of people, this idea that we're here to help each other, and when we can do that, all of us grow. It's the customer service I think a lot of people are lacking. The ability to be able to talk to people and understand where it is that person's coming from, and not just talk at them, but talk to them. Customer service is something is people don't practice it anymore.
Right.
It's not something that you can learn. It's something that I believe is given. It's kind of an innate process for some people. Servicing and giving to other people, man, like beyond the paycheck is always the ground and the most fundamental thing that I can possibly think of, and that's helping and servicing people, man.
Yeah. Hey, so you had it right here. Here's Val, President and CEO of Bliss. How can we get in touch with you?
There's several different ways you can do this. Right now, the best way to do this is just go on Instagram. BlissFUEL.life is one way to do it. Real easy. If you want to go to Facebook, BlissFUEL.life as well. Our website is set up the same way.
One word.
BlissFUEL.life. So it's BlissFUEL.life.
Hey, you heard it from the master right here. Hey, Val, it's such a pleasure, my man, to talk to you. Hey, you guys, get out there and support Val. Bliss coming to you live. Stay fit, hard work, and dedication. See you later.